avoidant discards are harder to get over than virtually any other kind of breakup or even a divorce. Many people will come out of an avoidant discard after a short-term relationship, say 6 months, with an avoidant, and find that breakup to be more painful than the divorce of a 10-year marriage. And there are reasons for this. The first reason is the way it ends. Avoidant discards happen in one of two ways. The first way, it's a blindsiding, abrupt discard when everything is going wonderfully. You're on cloud nine, you feel like you've met your person, things are progressing wonderfully, your families love each other, you've gone on a great holiday, you've had a wonderful relationship that feels perfect, and then it's abruptly over, and you're given little to no explanation why. The other way is when the avoidant doesn't abruptly discard you, they just start to slowly fade. They're not communicating as much, they're harder to make plans with. They're being less affectionate. They're treating you more and more like a casual friend, and they take a lot longer to get back to you or text you or anything of the sort. And then they either just ghost you or maybe end it or put you in the position where you need to end it. And once again, you are given little to no explanation as to what happened. You're given vague excuses in either scenario along the lines of, I just can't give you what you need. I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. I need time and space to work on myself. You deserve someone who can love you the way you deserve to be loved. You're too needy. I'm just too busy with work right now. Maybe if we met at a different time and place. Right person, wrong time. It's not you, it's me. And the list goes on. But these are not closure answers. The human mind likes closure. It wants answers. And you are given little to no answers whatsoever. So the natural instinct of people is to start blaming themselves. It must have been something that I did wrong. And blaming yourself is a surefire way to stay trapped in the cycle of not getting over this person. Number two, it's an abrupt cutoff of that dopamine, that oxytocin, that feel-good chemical that goes off in your brain that makes you feel like you're on cloud nine. Especially with an abrupt discard, it is just severed. And your brain is going through a severe dopamine and oxytocin withdrawal. And these chemicals hit the same neuroreceptors as drugs like heroin. So your brain is going through withdrawal, and your subconscious views this person as the only way to get back to that feel-good place. And the avoidant rarely actually shuts the door. They often leave it open-ended where they don't end it forever, and they hint at the possibility of getting back together after they've had their time and space. And when you go into no contact, they will routinely breadcrumb you to get that validation, to make sure that you are still an available option. But every time they breadcrumb you, it sends you into an emotional spiral where you begin to ruminate again over this person, and your wounds that are healing open up all over again. It is a very difficult breakup to get over. Now, to compound it, chances are in the beginning, you were likely love bombed. This person poured out all these emotions onto you and made you feel seen. You felt like you had finally met your person. You felt validated, wanted, and seen like you never had in your life. The avoidant spent a lifetime bottling up their emotions. Early in the relationship, it's the shared fantasy, so it's not real yet, so there's no threat of emotional intimacy. So the avoidant lets all these emotions out and pours it hot and heavy right onto you. And this is like a drug. This makes it feel like a connection like no other. So that really gets you hooked on this person, which makes that dopamine withdrawal that much more painful and the lack of closure that much more painful. Also, it is proven that inconsistent reinforcement is more addictive than consistent reinforcement. The avoidant, because of their hot and cold behavior, and they can do it in very subtle ways that your conscious brain doesn't even notice. This person comes towards you, pulls away a little bit, comes towards you, pulls away. And every time they come towards you, That dopamine hit that you get gets you addicted to this person. So subconsciously, you can get addicted to the avoidant without even realizing it. And now, when the relationship ends, that addiction is cut off. You're not getting your fix, and it makes the pain that much more profound. So these are just a handful of the main reasons why an avoidant discard is so much more brutal. And yes, by the way, it absolutely is a discard, not a breakup. A discard is unilateral. It is one way. There's no explanation given. The person being discarded was blindsided. No closure, no reasons for the breakup, no empathy, and often no answers at all, just ghosting. A regular breakup has communication. It's not blindsiding. It's not unilateral. There's empathy shown and there's answers given. So it absolutely is a discard because you feel like you're being thrown out like you never even mattered, like you're being discarded in the trash. It makes it that much more painful when you're thrown away like you never even mattered. But you know what? It is not a reflection of you, because healthy people, emotionally healthy people, do not discard partners. They don't do it. It is always a reflection of the avoidant. It is a reflection of their unhealed attachment wounds, and it is a reflection of their character. Yes, sometimes breakups do need to happen. Some relationships are just not meant to be. But healthy partners will break up with another person when the relationship is not right. They will not discard them, and they will show empathy. So don't beat yourself up for that ending, because that's a reflection of them. It is not a reflection of you. If you were a kind partner that showed this person love, you showed them commitment and energy and effort, that's on them. And you know what? It's also their loss too. It may feel like your loss, but they're the one who actually lost out on a loving, committed, emotionally available partner. It's their loss. It may not feel like it to you, but reality is they lost out on a great person.